Somehow he even got self-styled patriots to support a man who called for terminating the Constitution and on January 6th rallied an angry mob to threaten democracy, leaving death and destruction in its wake. That's why I needed to be involved and wanted to be involved in the new Biden-Harris ad, because it shows the violence of Trump and reminds us that he'll use violence against anyone who stands in the way of his megalomania and greed. But it's a coward's violence. You think Trump ever threw a punch himself or took one? This guy who ran and hid in the White House bunker when there were protesters outside? No way. He doesn't get blood on his hands. No, he doesn't. He directs the mob to do his dirty work for him by making a suggestion, an inference. And his gang grovels and follows his obvious order.
What up, y'all? It's Coffee, back at it with a quick news update, man. Robert De Niro, is he normally a political dude? I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not the most political guy. I always share that with everyone out there. It's just not really my bag like that. I pay attention to some things, but I don't know, man. It's a whole another story. But I just can't ever really recall De Niro being involved in some ish like this. You know, I love the dude's movies. One of the greatest actors of all time. That's just a fact. And man, he was going in, right? You don't belong in New York City. We got to stop the violence. You sparked the mob, that did what they did, and you hide from protesters. You're a coward. You're all about violence, but you wouldn't even throw a punch yourself. You never had in your whole life. You never will. I'm like, damn, man, De Niro was really itching on Trump. And what I'm wondering, what I want to know is this all just a paycheck? They shelled out that brethren and De Niro took the job? Or is this somewhat his personal feelings or his political stance, or he's got business with certain political entities that's the way he needs it to go? I'm just curious to know everyone's thoughts out there that does stay up on this ish. Has he spoke out against Trump before? Tap in, comment, and also let me know on the spectrum of political, beef and dissing each other and whatnot. Where do you rate that one as at its savagery level? Was that extra savage? Was that a 10 out of 10, or have you seen Ish go harder than that before? Comment. Then R.I.P. Bill Walton. The news broke yesterday, NBA legend, but also, his broadcasting was in the NBA world and realm as well. He did some other sports here and there, but he was an NBA guy. But I'm getting at is he became, in my opinion, more known for his broadcasting career and his just personality, man. Dude was like a hippie. He marched to the beat of his own drum. Everyone loved the dude. And, he passed away at the age of 71. And Barack Obama actually reacted here. He says, Bill Walton was one of the greatest basketball players of all time, a champion at every level, in the embodiment of unselfish team play. He was also a wonderful spirit, full of curiosity, humor, and kindness. We are poor for his passing, and Michelle and I send our deepest condolences to his family. And then also, we got a WNBA player here, Kate Starbird, saying, sad to hear the news of Bill Walton's death. He was a quirky dude, but he's often had kind words for women's basketball before that was in style. And he was once profoundly kind to me. We don't got the story, but she elaborated more in a story. But the dude was beloved, man. One of the GOATs to ever broadcast. You heard he was a great team player. He had a pretty good playing career. He had some injuries and whatnot, but man, the world really lost a legend, man, a beloved individual. Rest up, Bill Walton. And you know, Obama, he loves basketball. I remember when he first got in office, they were doing some NCAA games. Comment if y'all remember that. It was on like a naval ship, the whatever carrier, I think, where like planes would fly off. I don't know, but they had basketball courts on this like naval ship. They had like a a tournament during the season, not like that NCAA tournament, but like a classic, like an 8-team or 16-team tournament or something like that. And Obama was in attendance, like really tapped into the games. And I remember the teams wore like military style alternate jerseys as well. It was lit. And we know he always loved to hoop to get his cardio in and whatnot. He loves the game of basketball. And then this Death is Slim Shady album, I don't know that this is official, but we're seeing it's dropping on the 31st, man. I'm intrigued to see where this album goes concept-wise. Like Eminem's dope. Let me know if you're interested. Can't wait for the project to drop as well. But we're hearing 31st. Subscribe, hit the comments. Stay tuned for updates, y'all. Peace.